Day 19, the most dangerous place to be in your confidence journey. To me, it's the most dangerous place to be, just period. I often find that there are many women who find themselves not even realizing the choices that they are make about their body, about the way that they dress, about the way that they move in the world. And that means that they are in a very dangerous place. They are in the place of complacency, in the place of lukewarm, in the place of passivity. And when it comes to confidence, it's a very active thing. It's a very active state of being. It's a very active way to live your life, to constantly choose to be confident and constantly live the choices that a confident person lives with and moves with. And so to be complacent is to not be present. To be complacent in your own life is to not be present in your own life. Even I've seen situations where, and I'm not saying it's okay, but where people are actively even working against themselves or actively self-sabotaging, actively being in their own way. That was me. For a very long time. And even though that's not okay, it's still actively making a choice. And if you can actively be in a place where you're sabotaging yourself, you can still use those same muscles, those same memories, those same types of actions in a opposite way. So me as a self-proclaimed self-sabotager, I often find that when it comes to self-sabotaging and complacency, it's the same core feeling. I found that I was very comfortable with failure. And this is a conversation we'll have in a few days about why you may be comfortable with failure. But I found that I was very comfortable with failure. But being successful, practicing healthy practices with myself as far as self-love and not talking down to myself, not disqualifying myself out of a room before I entered into it. It was because I was fearful that everything, little part of me at the core of who I am that actually believed that I was great, what if I realized it? What if I was fabulous? What if I was not afraid? I didn't even know what that looked like. I knew what it was to dream. I did not know how to deal with that dream realized. It terrified me. And so I made the active choice whenever I felt like, ooh, I'm getting close. Ooh, this does not feel familiar. Then to sabotage where I went. But with complacency, you've decided that you don't even want to try. That you just come and just deal with whatever comes across your table. You'll deal with it sooner or later. That is a very dangerous place to be. That is a very dangerous mindset to adapt, and it is detrimental to your growth. The reason why it is so detrimental to your growth is because it makes you sit as like a passive viewer in your life. Then you see that decisions are made for you, and they are not always in your best interest. You see that there are people around you who are not in your best interest because they see what you're failing to see, that is your complacency. And because of that, they can take advantage of whatever resources you have, whatever gifts you have, whatever value that you're not quite realizing yet. Complacency, I've seen complacency destroy a lot of lives. I've seen complacency make people okay to things that were below their value. I've seen complacency do one of the most dangerous things that anyone can do, and that's to settle. So complacency is the most dangerous place, because once you start settling, then you start negotiating your worth. When you start settling, you start to say, well, my value is adjustable for the situation. And once you do that, you see all types of vultures come out and take advantage. So if there's one thing you take away from today's conversation, is that complacency is the birthplace of settling. And to settle is to not best realize your own value. To be confident is to not settle. To be aware of your value is to never compromise or adjust that value, no matter how easy or comfortable it may feel. So ask yourself, how am I being complacent today? How am I just settling? However it is, check yourself and say, hey, how can I turn this around? I could stay on this topic too a little bit long, but I'll leave it right there. I hope you are aware of where you are in your journey. And if you find yourself complacent and settling, in no way is this to beat you up. It's just to say, hey, realize that you are there and some things need to be turned around. Ciao for now.